What's your name?
My name's Obi. What's yours?
My name's Lando. How are you, my friend?
I'm great.
Oh, man. Welcome to the Super Magic Show. At what point can we stop actually having to repeat it?
I don't know. Whenever
Okay,
you really
whatever.
want.
Super Magic Show at that. We'll just end it there. So we're getting close. We are getting close to the other season. How many seasons of the year are there?
What is it? 4? Spring, fall.
You are
summer,
wrong.
Winter. What? What do you mean?
There's only 2 seasons. A lot of people get this mixed up.
I think we've gone through this before.
There's
I can't believe
only-
I already forgot. Yeah.
There's only 2 seasons. People think there's 4. There's not. There's 2. There's summer, and then there's non-summer. If it's not in the summer, it doesn't matter.
Oh God, how could I forget?
But being in Wilmington, North Carolina, our summer starts a little earlier than most Americans, and we're getting close. I'm reaching out with my tip. Oh man!
Summer jams.
I got summer jams cranking. No, we're
love
not
summer
there
jams.
yet, but we're gonna talk about that maybe next episode.
What a tease!
I know. I'm gonna just tease you off. We've got summer jams going on. We got summer girls going on. But let's just make something clear. There are only 2 seasons, summer and non-summer. Right now, we're closing up into the non-summer. We're opening it up to the summer. Now, have you ever seen Jaws?
Yes, I have.
Okay, who's the hero of Jaws?
The shark.
Incorrect. A lot of people think that the hero might be Richard Dreyfuss, who was ultimately the dude who killed the shark, who killed Jaws. Incorrect.
No.
The real hero of that movie was the mayor of Amity, the town mayor, and he said, "We got a shark that's killing people on my beach. I could either shut down the beach, or I could kill that shark. F that shark. We're having a summer." And so he says, I'm going to kill the shark and everyone else is going to get to play volleyball and go swimming in the beach. I think that man is the biggest hero ever. Have yourself a summer. That's what's going on. Summer is the greatest time ever, and we're coming close. So what I want to focus on are summer jams. Send us your summer jams, supermagicshow@gmail.com. Whatever you have, we're going to talk about on the show.
Most likely make fun of it.
Well, of course we're going to make fun of it. I think we talked about this last episode. One thing I really like about the show is that we get to have the opportunity to share things that happen in our lives, the things that we overhear and oversee and notice that normally we couldn't sort of expand to a lot of people if it wasn't for the fact that we get to broadcast online. So have you noticed anything interesting in recent years or recent days or recent weeks, whatever? Because I have.
What do you got, man? Nothing's coming off the top of my head.
So I like a couple months ago, I was doing a job I was doing like inventory at a gardening place. And the gardening place meant that I could like hide behind trees and hear other people talking without them like seeing me.
Uh-huh.
And one lady is talking uber loud, like super loud, like yell talking at her girlfriend. And she's like, "Did you hear about that guy who had sex with a lamb?
A lamb?
A couple years ago?" And the friend's like, "No." And then the girl's like, "Well, he's out of jail. And he did it again." Yeah. Same lamb.
Poor innocent lamb.
You know, because they can't give consent.
I know. Have you ever seen the picture of a lamb? They're so like feeble.
Oh, they're cute and like soft or whatever. Like they don't know. So it's like, "Hey, lamb, get off your little like apple box and poor thing."
They're like, "Let's go stand on the side of this cliff." and back. You ever heard of that before?
No, what are you talking about?
I don't know where I heard this. Please don't judge me.
I'm not.
But apparently, these people, these lamb fuckers, put lambs on. They put them on an edge of a cliff or something, so they get afraid that they're going to fall. Like they face them outwards, so these lambs will back it up.
See, I would think the other way around. Like they just assume impending death and jump over, but they actually
No, their survival
so they
instinct.
reverse into the unit, the dude's unit.
They back that ass up.
That is horrible,
Isn't it? Isn't it?
So where do you find this horrible information? What are you doing online?
I feel
Obi?
like somebody in my psychology class said something about it.
I think somebody in your own brain did this at midnight when you're lonely.
That's possible too. I need to lay off the coffee.
All right. So another thing I've noticed is that phone, like automatic, like auto word, is a little weird and highly inaccurate. I tried to enter in the word or the hyphenated word G-spot, and it you have autocorrect in your phone.
Yeah,
I'm assuming, right?
most people do.
So
nowadays.
yeah, most people do. So I put in G-spot,
Doing some research.
hyphen spot,
Yes.
and it autocorrected me with galoot, as in like you big galoot. I don't even know the actual definition of the galoot,
I don't know. It just kind of.
but I think it's like a
sounds
big like kermit, big snowy beast or something.
Yeah, or like Bluto from Popeye
Like a
or
lumbering
something.
beast.
Just a big fucking oaf is what I think.
Well, what I think if it was going to have an accurate correction of my definition of G-spot, it just should have said Lando. Okay, G-spot, correction. Lando, like you'll ever know. It should have just said that. Like, you're never going to find that thing. It's not going to happen in your life. Just get over it.
the autocorrect is like, forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
Forget it.
Yeah. It's not a part of your life anymore. You're done.
Oh, poor Lando.
All right.
You'll find
well,
it someday.
That's all I know. No, I probably won't.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, what do you know about Florida?
I'm only laughing because we were talking about this earlier. Okay, so yeah, we both noticed for some time now that there are some weird people in Florida. I don't know why. There's good people there too, but I look at the news and primarily Florida comes up with these fucked up stories. I don't understand
Every
why.
time. It's always
And
Florida.
recently, especially for some reason, it's just been an influx of All right, so the first thing I saw was some kid got fucked up on pills and booze or whatever. It was for some reason hanging out in a library and he pissed all over a bunch of books and ruined them all.
Well, whatever. That happens all the time.
Of course, yeah. You need to piss. Of course, you're just going to piss in a library on
Right.
books. That aside, we were talking earlier. It was just like we have like two instances of some kind of vehicular randomness, and
Yeah, we do.
two instances of sexual deviancy of some sort. So I looked up the other day that this guy had robbed a Mercedes and was making his getaway or something. I'm not going to go into the details, but long story short, he shot himself in the leg somehow. So he's bleeding in his new stolen Mercedes and he flags down the cops to help him. So this idiot basically gets himself arrested. Instead of just, ditching the car and calling an ambulance, he flags some cops down and gets fucking busted.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my vehicle story. My sexual deviant story was this guy rolls up to 7-Eleven, no pants on, gets out of the car,
So what?
just starts following these two chicks around.
That's not a crime.
Gets back in the car, stalks them back to their hotel room.
What's the problem?
What do you mean what's the
You're
problem?
allowed to do that.
You can't just walk around with no pants on.
In Florida, you are. And here's another thing you're allowed to do in Florida. Woman in Florida, Orlando. She's driving around in her Lexus in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
She has a little girl.
Yeah, okay.
Little girl wants to go to what's it called?
Disney World?
Not Disney World. What's the other one?
Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios.
Universal. Yeah, she wants to go to Universal Studios. That's 30 minutes away. We don't have time. You want to go to the ride? Well, I'll give you a ride. Mama puts her on top of the Lexus, drives around slowly through the Walmart parking lot. The girl is on her roof, unharnessed, just balancing, just wavering back and forth.
Oh,
Cops
my
catch
God.
her. She said, "What are you doing?" She wanted to go to the park. We don't have time. It's not my fault. I'm being a good mother. I put her on the roof. I gave her a good time.
What the fuck is wrong with
now,
oh
who's
God.
parenting worse? One mother puts her little girl, on top of the Lexus, drives around the parking lot unharnessed for fun because it's her fault. She was bitching because she couldn't get it to Universal Studios.
Right. What kind of kid
She's-
wants to go have fun? That's
Well,
stupid.
what kind of parent is gonna sacrifice her day to day to bend over backwards to get that girl to go to the Universal Studios? Number two, kid asked his dad in Tallahassee. 14-year-old asked his father, "Dad, I like to party, and I know you do too. How do I party right?"
Yes, Dad.
And the dad says, "Yes, son. Well, what do you mean? Like birds and the bees?" "Oh no, Dad. I fuck already. I've been banging chicks for a couple years. It's not that. How do I party right?" "Well, son, you crush up the oxys," and this happened.
Oh no.
You crush up the oxys. You snort those oxys, and then you start to party right. Kid died
Jeez.
like 4.5 hours later.
Oh, are you serious? He died?
It's okay. Who's partying harder? Is it worse if you put the oxys up your kid's nose or you put the kid on the top of your Lexus? What is worse? Florida.
I have no answer to that. But Florida, what the fuck is wrong
Hey,
with you?
wait a minute. She wanted to go to the park and I didn't have time. And
Right.
he asked me, how do I party right? I was
Right.
just doing, it's not my fault that he can't handle his shits.
He came to fatherly advice, you know?
That's right. He was partying right. Then he partied really right. But then he partied a little too right. Is that what happened?
I guess that's what happened.
So who's parenting the hardest in Florida? Hey, Florida.
Great parents, Florida.
Oh man.
God damn it. And so, but didn't you tell me that the lamb story was from Florida? It was a Florida man as well?
That's correct.
All right.
Why is
Florida.
everything from Florida?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Can we take a quick break from our sponsors? Because I would like to actually give a commercial ad to our sponsors if we can do that.
Sure. I mean, do you want to do it?
I can do it now?
Go ahead.
Okay. Here's the thing. We rely on computer technology at the show, and just about every business ever relies on computer technology, and things go wrong with laptops and PCs. Do you have a broken screen? Have you ever experienced that?
No.
Okay. Well, have you experienced a like water damage?
Yep.
Okay. Have you experienced any sort of issue with like plugs, outlets, circuitry, things like that?
Sure, yeah.
Of course, we all have.
Yeah.
Has that affected your business?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're shut out of luck because we don't have a sponsor for that. So just deal with it on your own. I don't know.
What?
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
that's
That's the
our yeah.
Cool.
Maybe we'll have something later on in the show. I don't know. We'll have something legitimate
If you do things with computers, let us know so we can actually have
because
some.
we actually have so we can have a legitimate sponsor for the show. That'd be great.
Man, I was all excited about learning.
No, we got nothing.
No.
Yeah. All right. So, have you heard of this? How much time do we have? What are we doing?
Yeah, like 10, 15 minutes.
Have you heard of the North Carolina Bumblebee Bukkake? You're
What?
laughing already, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. So seriously. Bumblebee Bukkake.
Where did this shit come from?
So
What are you talking about?
Okay, you know about Bukkake.
I know. Yes, I
it's
know what
it's
that
a
is.
hardcore pornographic,
It's
extreme,
It's brutal.
ejaculation sort of entertainment. Bumblebees, you know what they are? They're
Yeah.
bees that cross pollinate.
Sure.
There's been a phenomenon in North Carolina, especially, where orchids are getting bukkakeed everywhere. And it's messing up the bumblebee and hornet population.
Huh.
So what goes on is that these orchids, they have grown to look like female insect genitalia so accurately that male insects like bumblebees or male hornets are attracted to them. And the reason that the orchids take this form is because they want to get male genetic material, basically like DNA from their legs, like cross-pollinating.
Right. They want the insect to land on them,
Yes.
get their pollen, take it to another flower, blah blah.
Exactly.
Okay.
But they're doing this a little too well.
Yeah.
To where they look exactly like female insects, to the point where these male insects, like the bumblebees, and especially the bumblebees and hornets, unload everything they've got, like all their genetic material. They're just blowing loads all over.
man.
Like the listeners can't see this, but like the orchids are just jerking off everything in sight. They're just getting blasted on.
So wait, so not only did these orchids find a way to make themselves look like female bumblebees or whatever,
Yeah.
but they've made themselves look like the hottest.
Oh, they're the most
Of the
bomb ass.
These hornets are
Yeah,
ignoring other female hornets to go for these things?
The hornets, the bumblebees, the honeybees are landing on these orchids, unloading all throughout North Carolina
What the fuck?
and throughout most of the South, to the point when they go home to their lady, like
They're all dried up.
they've got nothing left.
I got nothing
So
for
the
you.
population is dramatically decreasing. Meanwhile, the plant population of these orchids is exponentially increasing,
Right.
which is eventually going to stop because
Yeah, that's
when
an unstable
when these
system.
insects die, there's not going to be anything to cross pollinate. So basically, we have a bumblebee bukkake epidemic.
They're just jizzing everywhere.
They're just busting loads all over
No,
the
wait.
foliage.
This is very interesting. This is interesting.
Very fascinating.
Okay, I have questions.
Okay.
All right, so you're saying bumblebees and hornets both go for this plant?
Yes. Bumblebees, hornets,
so they're not-
honeybees, everything.
So this whatever this they look like another bumblebee and another hornet at the same time?
No, but
Or is it
they
like a
they
smell?
attract the. I think it might be like a whatever it is, a pheromone.
Yeah, they put off a pheromone. Okay.
There's some sort of aesthetic or like hue, some
Right.
sort of
Some kind of-
factory hue, olfactory hue,
Yeah.
that gets them attracted to this particular plant, and
Gotcha.
it looks like every insect lady vagina.
They're just like the
And
guys
they're just
have
like,
to
that's
drink-
what's
they
going.
have to
I got
they
to
gotta bang
have
it.
it.
Wow.
I got
that's-
to bone down with that chick,
How does
and
a
it's really not a chick.
How does a
it's just
flower learn
flower.
to do that? Is that how did that's amazing.
That's how nature wanted it to be, apparently.
Oh, that's so gross. So they're like female bees that are like dive bombing these plants trying to get inseminated? Are they trying to like, like we're going to die out. We need to somehow like dive into this pool of.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on. What we do before every episode is we try to set up the Manhattan studio, and I ask Obi things like, what do you want to eat? What can I make for you? Like let's get the chef to kind of cook us something new and interesting. Last time we had burritos. The time before that we had lobsters. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I go, what do you want to eat? And I'm gonna read to you. I'm literally reading off my phone. What?
Oh no, you're gonna.
No, I'm gonna out you on this. Okay, what did you say? I said, and this happened today at 12:47. I said, and this I'm reading my text messages. Obi, what should we eat? And I'm referring to food products that we could have in the studio. You probably misinterpreted the whole thing. And
it was a joke.
The immediate reply is, what is that shit? Can't say it. Exclamation and question mark. Used to eat all the time back in the day. Question mark. ... Pussy! Exclamation mark. That's what you replied with.
All right.
No. Don't even deny it. You said that.
I did.
Okay, all right.
But you're taking it out of context.
How am I taking it out of context?
Damn it, dude. No. All right. Let me defend myself. In my defense, it's a quote from a movie, and it wasn't said like that at all. What is that shit? That's not what.
Well, that's how it reads.
That's not how I meant it. It's from the movie Half Baked, where he's like, "What's that shit? Used to eat it all the time back in the day." Oh yeah, pussy.
Was that Dave Chappelle?
Yeah. So I wasn't really trying to be like nasty and shit. It was quoting a movie. Whatever, man.
No, that's legit. I'll buy that. I think that's a reasonable explanation. And
I mean, I wasn't expecting your chef to make us vagina.
Well, I know, but I thought you were just giving me a hard time. So, yeah. Although I didn't realize the context at the time, I respect it now. At the time, I said, well, in response, pussy is hereby our next food sponsor. So let's just talk about it.
Did we just...
Thank you, pussy. You are our next food sponsor, and your catchphrase is pussy, preventing all of mankind from reaching its utopian potential like it was ought to achieve in the first place.
Wow, somebody's got a grudge.
Kind of.
So is pussy like a Chinese food place that serves cat?
I don't know, man.
That would have been funny if I got here.
No,
and
you get cat fried rice.
You're like, yo, Lando, where'd your cat go?
Oh man,
forget about it.
Can we do? We're closing in at the end of the show. Can we talk about? Where's Jabba? If anyone has listened to this show from the get-go, or at least has listened to like episode maybe 8 through 10,
yeah, 8.5,
they know about a friend of ours.
He was actually on the first episode we ever did.
That's true.
But he was under the name Jabba and Chief as well.
And Chief, that's right. And we need to get him back in the show. And until then, we're going to make fun of him
every single time. Publicly make fun of him until he comes back on the show.
This is correct. And we're going to do this by way of... daily or weekly vocab. What was last week's?
Farouche.
Cranky, irritable, unsociable, withdrawn, fierce, dyspeptic, meaning a synonym for farouche. Basically saying Lando is not here because he's too much of
Jabba
farouche.
Is not here.
God, I say that every time.
You wrote it wrong.
Jabba is not here because he's too much of a farouche to make it out to the studio. This time we have another one.
I don't even know what this is.
Brummagem.
And
this, I think, refers directly to Jabba. Jabba / Brummagem. 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 Something that looks good but performs poorly. That is Jabba to a T. Do I even have to talk about Jabba anymore if I just say Brummagem? Is that pretty much perfect?
I can't wait till he hears this and he's like, what the fuck?
He's going to be so mad and I don't even care. Oh man,
that's great. That is great.
So
is that like a Hebrew?
Jabba is a Brummagem.
Is that a Hebrew word? It sounds like a Hebrew.
I don't know the
like
ethnic
curmudgeon
origin.
or curmudgeon or.
You want to do another one?
Sure, you got another one?
How much time do we have?
We got time.
Okay. Imbroglio. It's actually spelled Imbroglio, but it's pronounced without the B, so it's Imuglio.
Imuglio.
Okay. This refers to Java even more precisely.
Yes.
Okay. Predicament. Difficult.
Uh-huh.
An uncomfortable situation that cannot be escaped without hardship. Imuglio. Is that not perfect?
It is.
Man, we got to get him back on the show and just give him
you don't
shit.
Even, it's going to get worse, bud.
It's
going to get
keep
worse.
on coming.
Just get back on the show. It's the easiest thing to do for yourself.
So do we have any plugs?
Yeah. This week I got a great band out of Nashville, Tennessee. They are called Sweaters, and their album is called Unrest. You can find them at soundcloud.com/sweaterstheband, and you can find them on Facebook under Sweaters. And the name of this song that we're going to play today is which one? Beggars. First track on the album. So check them out, show them your love, and thanks for listening.
Just got some sleep. Vegas in my mind that I'd rather not feed. Sleep is no solace, like no semblance of purity. Right on my left, on my right, on my well-worn page. Off all down we all fall. Whistle chills all up and down my neck. Bloodshot windows to my soul, wet ring thin. No need to look past the mirror to see the train wreck. Raw on my soul, on my soul, on my soul, my soul regret.